is Susan Smith with the national anthems and some information for Terry O'Reilly. The music to O Canada was written by Calixa Lavalley, a pianist and composer who once lived in Boston, Terry. He was born in 1842 in Quebec, came to Boston to teach, and lived in Boston for about a decade. He wrote the music, and the words were written by Sir Adolphe Routhier. Turned, and right now skating for Boston is Burridge, moving down into the Calgary end. Crowder centers it. It goes across to Lanny McDonald. He is stopped by Middleton, who's centering this line. Crowder on the right and Burridge on the left. Trying to move it out, and an aggressive play by Bourque. A shot to score! Ray Bourque moved inside from the blue line. Blasted it by Vernon, and Boston takes a quick 1-0 lead.
Nice way to start, Fred.
Good forechecking by Boston set this up.
Ray Bourque is really on his game tonight. He's got that sore groin and he's been nursing. It doesn't look like it's bothering him too much there. And Vernon didn't look like he was too ready there. It looked like hit a little stick on the way down, though. To give him credit.
A quick 1-0 lead. Ray Bourque to score right at the start. And one thing the Bruins have not been doing on the road trip is getting underway early with good aggressive play. Now the scoring comes. And here's McGinnis trying to rush and move it in deep. Correction, Brian Engblom, the defenseman. They're trying to get it right back. And at the left point, Risebrough covering, fires, and Ranford makes the save. He's in the Boston goal, and down on the ice and hurt is Crowder. And Bob Hall not indicating a penalty on the play to Calgary. And Jim Nelligan, Boston trainer, out. Crowder getting up shakily. And let's see if we can look at this.
Here it is here. I think he just missed the check there and took his left shoulder right against the boards.
That was Keith Crowder to the bench. And right now to the dressing room as the aggressive play of Boston sets up a quick score. Ray Bourque with the goal, and what a play he made at the blue line as we look at Butch Goring saying that's the way we want to begin. And Butch Goring is going to rival Bob Johnson. He's got the notebook out there too. And now the face-off. Ken Linsman on the draw to the left of Ranford. Joel Otto gets it. Quick shot, and it's wide. It was by the winger Poplinski. Now kept in by McCowan. A pass in front. Missed as McCowan moved up and centered it. Courtnall spilled trying to come out and finally works it out. The line has Linsman at center, Greg Johnston on the right, Jeff Courtnall on the left. A 1-0 Boston lead quickly. Milbury breaks it up at center ice. Linsman comes back over the line, looking for Courtnall. Flip pass in, shot, score! Beautiful flip shot by Jeff Courtnall. 2-0 Boston as it was set up by Ken Linsman.
What a pass by Kenny Linsman. Just held it to get onside here. Watch this little aerial pass. About 6 inches in the air to get it over the defenseman's stick. And that's Mullen's stick. And there's Jeff Courtnall using his speed to break in.
Wow,
that aerial pass brings it in off the post. That aerial pass by Ken Linsman was the whole play there. Not that it wasn't a bad shot by Jeff.
Jeff Courtnall breaking in beautifully on the wing. A wrist shot into the corner. And goals by Bourque and Courtnall, and the Bruins are off to a quick lead, 1-0. Mullen trying to come back over the Boston line, and Milbury gets control. He's on defense with Reed Larson. Swings it away on the right wing side, and it is Johnston. A lead for Courtnall into the corner. Hit by McGinnis, and hard. Bounces off the corner. Linsman moving in, and Johnston too, but it breaks out all the way down to Poplinski. Dropping it off to a trailer. McCowan, the defenseman, and he's broken up by Courtnall, and the puck clear. McCowan starts it right back. Calgary down 2-0, and they've got the defenseman moving way up. Joel Otto over the line. McCowan, a shot. Poplinski it was, and it was kicked out by Ranford. Right for the short side. Now Boston changes as Courtnall fires in. 2-0 Boston. Goals by Ray Bourque and Jeff Courtnall. And we're in the opening minutes of play. Back Puck and Lube on the attack, penetrating, and the shot is a save by Ranford, and he ties it up with the score. Boston 2 and Calgary 0. Bruins hockey will continue in a moment. Batted across to the corner. Boutelier up for Simmer, and a clear out. Neely, a lead for Gradine, tapped over the line and cleared out now by Suter. Mats Tallinn on defense with Boudelier. Fed it in. Quinn trying to move it right out quickly. And breaking Berezan, a speedster. To Suter, the defenseman leading the rush. The shot missed. Short side. And the centering pass skated off by Gradine. It was made by Steve Bozek. A fourth line being used by Bob Johnson, coach of Calgary. And a good hit by Simmer on the boards. Knocked down a man, but Quinn gets it behind the net. Drops it for Bozek. He's jammed up. Floats to Cam Neely. Breaks out. And flips in wide of Vernon. Bruins had 2 shots and scored on their first 2. Ray Bourque and Jeff Courtnall in the center ice. Bourque takes over. Fires a long one on Vernon, who kicked it out, and he gets a mock cheer from the stands. Brian Engblom trying to move it out. Alan Peterson, the rookie, moving up. And Bruins can't contain it, but Nienhuis dressing tonight. Gets it to Bourque. And the play called offside.
We've got the lines. There's Stevie Kasper centering Nienhuis and Jay Miller. We've got another combination of lines tonight, Fred.
Shot. And Vernon kicked this one out.
A little bit of mock cheering from the Calgary fans. That's always hard to take at home.
Jay Miller, this is just his 2nd game in the young season for Boston. Center, Steve Kasper. The right, Craig Nienhuis. Mike Milbury and Reed Larson in front of Bill Ranford. Bruins lead 2-0, 16-18 left in the first period. And it's the first time in a long stretch that the Bruins have gotten off to a decent start in the first period. Ranford trying to clear it himself. Risebrough knocks it back in. A save and a penalty coming up on Calgary. Bruins work it out. On the right side, Nienhuis. They'll have a power play. Nienhuis over the line. Back. Risebrough checked Kasper very effectively. Fights for it in deep. And puck bounces off Engblom into Vernon, tied up. And we've got a call against Calgary. From the Saddle Dome, the score, Boston 2 and Calgary nothing. Boston leads 2-0. Gradine on the faceoff. The puck is cleared immediately. Reed Larson and Ray Bourque for Boston. Up front, it is Gradine, Neely on the right, and Simmer on the left. Gradine, center up. The clear in. Back for it. Vernon to move it up the boards. Berezan able to clear it out. Big opportunity for Boston with a 2-0 lead on the first power play. Neither team with very effective power plays, although Calgary's looked great in Boston. 3 goals resulted from man advantage. Gradine can't move it in. Bruins trying to organize again. Simmer tried to play it back and flicks away. And not a good start for Boston here on the power play. Bourque a quick clear out, 1:10 left on the power play, and Neely breaks center ice with Linsman. Linsman taps it back for Neely. Neely near the net, trying to make the play. Can't. It floats back on the boards and is cleared away by Kerry Wilson, the former Dartmouth star. Now it is Courtnall. He has one of the 2 Boston goals. Over the line. Fires in. Aerial pass for Linsman that didn't work. Went right over Kenny's stick. Risebrough in the corner, fights for it. Bruins steal. Moving in. Johnston can't put the shot on. And he was broken up as he was 25 feet away. Courtnall keeps it in. Jeff drops it back for Boudelier. Wrist shot, save, rebound, and Linsman couldn't get it. In too deep, 24 seconds left on the Boston power play. Boudelier in deep for Johnston, back for Linsman. Broken up and cleared by the Calgary defense. Mike Milbury starts it from the Boston end. 6 minutes played, first period, 2-0 the Bruins. Middleton out. A lead for Courtnall. Courtnall broken up at the line. And right back, streaking Bozek. Bozek looking for a pass in front. Great defensive work by Greg Johnston, the rookie. Got back and broke up the play, but they keep it in now. And an injured player. It could be McCowan, the defenseman, or Poplinski. Let's check on him here. It's Jamie McCowan, one of the stars in the opening game at Boston Garden, and he's shaken up. No penalty involved. Face-off in the Boston end.
A little bit of a shaky power play on the Bruins part there, Fred. It seems like an unusual combination for the power play, and I think it's a specialty team that should have a certain amount of familiarity. It seems to click better when you're accustomed to your players' different habits and moves.
course, that's the overall problem of the Bruins at the beginning. New faces, and they've only played 8 games. You say that should be enough to be familiar, but with the power play not working that well, you try those different combinations. Here's Paul Reinhardt moving it back. And it's played into the Boston end by McGinnis. Alan Peterson there. Checked behind the net by Joel Otto, the big center. Peterson has trouble with it. Trying to help out. Joey Mullen battling for it. Otto gets it. Poplinski is the other winger. Bork jamming up on Poplinski, and Casper is going to get called here for wrestling Otto to the ice. Clearly won the decision if it was wrestling, and but Casper is going out, and it will be a power play for the Calgary Flames.
Stevie's got Otto tied up here, but it seemed like they had a fair exchange of stick work. I think only Stevie Casper's going out with 2. It's amazing that that was a delayed call when the 2 of them seemed to be wrestling each other. Paul had his arm up in the air and delayed the call until Boston touched the puck. That's a very unusual delayed penalty.
Casper out, power play Calgary, and they had power plays against Boston in that opening game. They scored 5 goals, 3 of them virtually on the power play, that were almost perfectly designed plays. They set up a man off to the right of the net. Let's see if they can do it now. That power play has not done that well.
They had 5 attempts in Winnipeg, and I think they came up with nothing. So let's hope that this is number 6.
13-17 left, first period, 2-0 Boston. Their first 2 shots by Ray Bourque. We're looking at Bill Ranford in the nets. Ray Bourque and Jeff Courtnall. Courtnall sent in beautifully by Ken. And now it is Middleton, penalty killer, along with Burridge. Ray Bourque and Alan Peterson on defense. Quinn is out with Mullen. Up front, Quinn will take the faceoff. Suter, Calder Trophy winner at the left point. Al McGinnis, that booming shot at the right point. And Otto is taking the faceoff, not Quinn. Otto against Rick Middleton. And a battle for it, just like in rugby. Bork, move it out. Up the boards. Burridge able to clear it as he got it at the left wing corner. Now Calgary's Gary Suter, an outstanding rookie out of the University of Wisconsin. Starts it away with Joel Otto, one of the big men in the game. Works it over the line, checked by Burridge. They battle on the boards. Quinn gets it back to McGinnis. McGinnis into the corner, and Mullen missed the shot. Tried to hit it on the go. It didn't work, and Middleton able to clear it away. Good hit by Burridge on McGinnis. Didn't part him from the puck, but went right at him. And now that forced an errant pass up that Larson intercepts. And that's Burridge doing that. Here's Larson on the attack, shorthanded. Now he elects to kill time. Moves it to the Boston end, all the way down to Ranford. Ranford clears it out himself. Connects with Middleton. Middleton fanned on the pass. And now it floats back. Oh, Burridge who started it all. Good aggressive work on McGinnis. Oh, they yell at McGinnis for that pass that was right to Reed Larson and nobody else. 50 seconds left. Boston leads 2-0, 8 minutes into the first period. The shots are 5 for the Bruins, 3 for Calgary. At center ice, a steal by Gradin from Reinhardt over the line. They're attacking. Milbury, a shot in front, and it's blocked. And Calgary forced to clear it away quickly. The Bruins attacking while shorthanded. Larson drills it out. And we're down to 25 seconds on the Calgary play. Boston scores quickly in the game by Ray Bourque and Jeff Courtnall. McGowan has problems coming out. Now he carries out. The fans groaning a bit. Not the Bruins. Here's Lanny McDonald. The clear in. Bourque on it and the clear out. And we're down to 8 seconds. And that's ineptness by Calgary and good penalty killing. I'd say that hit by Burridge created a lot of good things for the Boston Bruins. Now the penalty is up. Casper out play into the Boston end. Lube, a centering pass. Floats across from McCollum, the defenseman. Get in deep. Knocked around, and Neely is able to clear it out as Tonelli tried to go for the loose puck. 10:58 left in the first period. 2-0 the Bruins. Icing called against Boston. Here's Randy Burridge on McGinnis that started it all as we look at the veteran Lanny McDonald. He had 2 goals in the opening game for Boston. Face off now to the right of Ranford. We're not going to see it, but Terry, Burridge
This is aggressive penalty killing here. Randy Burridge just, instead of turning away, skated right into Al McGinnis, threw him off stride, and the next pass that McGinnis made was an errant one.
And Calgary never really recovered. Now, you're not going to say one little play did it. Here's a shot right on, the save by Ranford. Right off the face-off. Bozak drilled it on Ranford from 20 feet. Celine back and move in over the line. He's hit there. And Dan Quinn breaks it out. Falling down is Middleton. That creates an opening over the line. Bozak wheels it in front and shot it wide. And Neely breaks it back for the Bruins. Now on the left wing side for Burridge. Into the corner, Engblom clears it up. Breaking out, Bozak again. Wheeling center ice, a speedster over the line. Gets it off. Now on the right wing side for Batman. The shot is wide. And a loose puck to Ken Linsman, who set up Courtnall for the second goal. Bourque scored the first. 2-0 Boston. Milbury breaks. Picks up Courtnall. Drops it for Jeff. Jeff fires. And it's high and wide over Vernon. Linsman keeps it in. Halfway through the first period. 2-0 Boston. Good forechecking by Courtnall using the body. And that forces the Flames into a clear-out. In the first period, the score, Boston 2 and Calgary 0. With a dislocated shoulder, Omaha Harvard Stars played so well for the team. This is the team that reached the finals, Stanley Cup against Montreal. And Patterson breaks it back over the line. They keep it in. Lube looking, the defense moves up. Reinhart, Wilson, pass in front, knocked away, and the Bruins control it, move it out. Greg Johnston breaking with Courtnall. Shoots, misses the net on the short side. Bruins forecheck to keep it in, but it bounces away to Hockenlube, another speedster, and over the line and moving right in, and a penalty as that was Suter, the defenseman, up the middle, and he was hooked, and Boston will be shorthanded.
Great speed by the young rookie defenseman Suter. A little bit of a dive there, but he was hooked a little too much by Kenny Linsman, trying to slow him down a little bit. Just a little bit of a stick by Kenny. Not enough to have him give a swan dive like that, but I think it was just to draw Hall's attention, and it worked for a power play.
Hooking, time 10:49.
10:49, hooking. Out goes Linsman. Second Boston penalty, the first on Casper. The Bruins have had a power play, and neither Boston goal coming on a power play. Bourque quickly right at the start of the game. And Jeff Courtnall on the immediate follow-up, set up by Linsman. Joel Otto on the draw. Casper back to McGinnis. McGinnis up to Quinn, playing on the right wing side right now. Back to McGinnis again. Watched by Casper. A shot in, knocked away, and it bounced to Quinn, whose shot missed the net. Suter keeps it in. In deep it goes to Otto. Otto back left point. Suter fires in a screen, blocked. Deflected away to center ice, and hurt on that play was Burridge. Boy, he took the brunt of it. It deflected to Casper. 1:30 left on the Calgary power play. 8:40 left first period. 2-0 the Bruins over the Flames as Otto breaks it out. Fires in. Johnston trying to move it out. Can't. Behind the net. Milbury passing up the boards. Johnston can't get it. Otto does. Otto battling on the boards. Gets it back to the point. Suter to McGinnis. He's got a shot, but he elects to pass. It's blocked. Now it's back to his McGinnis baking that slap shot. He was guarded closely by Gradine, watching him at the point. In deep, Quinn keeps it in. There's the centering pass. Deflected across in front by Mullen. Almost put it in. Back it goes to McGinnis. The shot, a boomer, and it misses. Suter keeps it in. Around the corner, it goes to Quinn. Power play Calgary. Back to McGinnis again. They're on him quickly, and he ripped wide. Mullen there. Now it is Otto. Now it's off to Mullen, playing the off wing side. Gets it to Otto. The shot missed wide of Ranford. Way up in the corner goes McGinnis. Power play effective here for Calgary. Mullen in front. Fanned on by Otto, and Otto was clearly open on that one. 25 seconds left on the power play. It's been a good one. And Otto missed that opportunity from Joe Mullen, the former Boston College star. And back over the line they come. Reinhart, the shot blocked by Peterson. They fight for it in the corner. Lanny McDonald digs it out. Back to McCowan. His slap shot missed the net. Knocked away by Casper and Burridge, and they work it outside the line. Tonelli is up front with Reinhart. and they chase it to the Boston end. Hank Peterson trying to jam it up on Tonelli. Tough to do. Lanny McDonald whips it back. McCowan, a drive deflected wide. A rebound knocked away by Bork. 2-0 Boston. Pressure here by Cal. Full strength, the Bruins, but they're trying to get it out of their zone. Peterson slides it up the boards and not out. Boston still trying to get control. Finally, it's Bork from Burridge. Up to Casper. He hits him and stays in, and Tonelli wraps Casper, and the Bruins finally able to just inch it out of the zone. And a face-off call, 6:37 left in the first period. With the score, Bruins 2, Flames nothing. Let's pause for this message. That was their second opportunity, but they did not get on the board. Down to 5 apiece. Bruins lead 2-0, 6:23 left in the first period. Englund breaking now in the center ice. Pokes it in deep. Going for it. Berezan hit by Tallene. Wilson fighting for it, and it trickled in front of the crease. Ranford gets it. Gives it away to Courtnall. Out to Linsman. Linsman, a flip back for Courtnall. In deep, Johnston fighting for it. But Englund has it. Can't move it out. Boudelier kept it in. Now it's knocked away by Patterson. Patterson over the line for a shot there. A shot by Berezan and a save by Ranford. A real threat on that breakout. Courtnall back to center ice. Sweeping over the line. It is Gradin. A shot. A save, Vernon. Beautiful setup. Courtnall to Gradin. Right in for the shot. And they're even 6 apiece as Berezan was stopped by Ranford. Poplinski over the line. In deep. Drops it in front. It's back for Reinhardt. A shot kicked out by Ranford. Beautiful challenge by Ranford. Top of the crease. Heavy action on the corner. In front of the net. Milbury knocks it away. Picked up now. A shot missed by Mullen. In beautiful position. A lead for Gradin. Back on the left. Coming on Suter. Gradin trying to cut in. Checked. And the fans start cheering the Flames' effort now. They have threats going, and breaking is Joey Mullen. One man back, Milbury. The shot, the save. Ranford, a beauty on a scorching drive by Mullen. They call the play. Wait a minute, they're calling a penalty on Boston. 4:54 left. It will be the third power play for Calgary as Simmer is going out.
Charlie Simmer was trying to just catch up on this play. Calgary's coming down on 2-1, and Charlie pulled Joel Otto out of the play. Unfortunately, Hall caught him, and it's another power play for the Flames, and they seem to be picking up momentum.
Time 15:06.
The shots indicate that. 8 for Calgary, 6 for Boston. Bruins have had 2 power plays. Calgary now on their third. The face-off to the left of Ranford, 2-0 Boston. And 2 quick goals by Ray Bork and Jeff Courtnall. 4:54 left in the first period. Back for Lube playing the right point. Lube for Reinhardt. All the way across. It is intercepted by Burridge. It was intended for McDonald, and he couldn't handle it. A flip pass by Lube as Bob Johnson's trying to do something with his power play. He's got a 4th forward on there. As McDonald is up the right wing side, clearing in. Back first, Middleton in pursuit. Reinhardt. Middleton gets away from one man. Spilled corner. Trying to move it out with Burridge. Burridge has trouble on the boards. Middleton checking the play too. The Flames are there. Lube digs it free. And Lube able to clear it over to McCowan. Back for Hawk and Lube. Off for Tonelli. Off wing side. The pass blocked by Middleton. Doesn't clear the zone. Tonelli gets it back again. Power play for the Flames. In front. Puck bounced around, knocked in the air by Burridge, and not quite outside the line. They keep it in. But McDonald can't. Peterson trying to battle for it. Bork checks McDonald. It's dug out for Reinhardt. He's playing forward. Can play forward on defense. Holds it up at the right wing side. Cuts in front. Gives it to McDonald. A shot on. A save, Ranford. And the clear, Middleton. Nice job, Ranford, getting that rebound well out to an open man.
He's made some big saves so far, Fred.
40 seconds left. Calgary power play. 2-0 Boston. 3:30 left in the first period. Gary Suter, very slick defenseman. Can't move in. Otto is offside and in the way of the play. McGinnis drives it in off the corner. First there, Johnston can't get it. Now gets it again and is able to clear it. Greg Johnston getting a lot of play last 2 games. A regular shift for Boston now, and he was their leading scorer in Pre-game action. There comes Otto, the big guy, center ice. 10 seconds left and 9 seconds left on the power play for Calgary. 3:03 left first period. 2-0 the Bruins.
Craig Johnson, leading scorer in the exhibition games, like you said, Fred. He beat Dave Pacino out of a job, and it was I think it was the biggest surprise of training camp.
Well, Pacino, of course, highly regarded out of junior hockey as scorer, but this young man, when he first came up out of Marlboro, a junior player there, you could see his quick talent. You were playing on the team then.
Yeah, well, it's not that long ago, Fred.
Okay, Terry. Face-off is at center ice. 9 seconds on the Calgary power play. McGinnis broken up by Casper. Ooh, they get the sticks up high, matching an aggressive Casper. Boston back at full strength. Simmer is out there. Checking the play on Suter. And Johnston able to break it up. And now Goring can organize his lines. Neely coming out. But breaking. Hawk and Lube over the line. He can do it himself. Keeps the puck in with stick handling. Drops it back for McGinnis. The shot, though, is blocked by Reed Larson. Larson, a lead. Breaking Neely. 2-on-1 with Simmer. Simmer has it. Simmer trying to cut in and just broken up by Engblom as he almost had him beaten. Engblom went to the ice and a heavy hit. Wilson on Gradine. And the puck cleared around the boards, taken by Boutelier. 2:10 left in the period. Here comes Neely in the right wing side. Blasting shot missed. Talene left point trying to keep it in as the Bruins pick up the attack now after killing off the penalties with great work by Ranford. Calgary 9 shots, Boston 6. Berezan clears it in. Oh, and it was picked up on the left wing side for a shot. And now a great save on Quinn. What a stop on Quinn by Ranford. Great quick reaction there as the Bruins were careless and let Calgary roam in the zone. Berezan and Quinn. And back comes Quinn again with that speed over the line. The shot in, the save, and a screen by Ranford. He took care of 2 Flames in front of him. His Linsman, great break, puts on the speed, pokes it into the corner. Blocked, and Courtnall can't get it. Kept in now by Johnston. Turn shot wide. Off the boards, kept back by 1:15 left in the period. Johnston, right boards, fires right on net. Missed it, though. He's wide on the short side. The puck is cleared out. And Ranford, the story. 10 shots by Calgary, and I tell you, the last 5 have been just about all of them labeled. A steal now by McCowan. McCowan trying to set up Otto in front. Can't do it. Bruins get careless. And Calgary has chances, and then they miss them with shots that miss the net. Oh, the good ones Ranford has handled. Last minute of play, first period, 2-0 Boston. Joel Otto over the line, and the Bruins being outskated at this point. Calgary carrying the play. Interception by Peterson, though, and he sends Middleton away with a good chance. Middleton, a lead in for Burridge. Bruins unable to finish it off at the right point. Larson able to keep it in now with 24 seconds left. In deep, hitting, going for it. Burridge, and he was flattened in the corner by McGinnis. Puck cleared away by the Bruins. McGinnis trying to move it out. 10 seconds left in the period. And back comes Joey Mullen. Mullen holding his shot, and he's broken up by Reed Larson. Finally, they get it off. It was by McCowan, and a save by Ranford at the buzzer. Bill Ranford. Really spectacular. You have 11 shots for Calgary, 6 for Boston. And heavy pressure as we look at this save on McCowan.
Biggest save of the game here, Fred, with 2 seconds left in the first period. If Calgary had scored at this point, McCowan making a big play to keep it in at the blue line and come in. The puck was wobbling, so he didn't get a great shot away. But if he had scored there, that would have been not a good time to have the Bruins let the Flames back into the game.
Stay tuned for our first intermission. Back in the Boston end, and Ray Bourque touches it. A face-off called an offside. We have center Dan Quinn for Calgary. Perry Berezan and Bozak are the wingers, and that's an indication that Bob Johnson likes their offensive thrust and skating. 3 speedsters for Calgary. Rick Middleton has Nienhuis on the wing with Burridge. And it's driven in by Middleton. Vernon snaps it away into the corner again. Middleton drops it right out in front. Just shot and he missed short side. Beautifully set up. Had a lot of steam on it. Here comes Quinn breaking against Bork. Bork bumps him on the boards and takes over in the Boston end. And Burridge beautifully set up for that scoring opportunity. Now he breaks again all alone here. Clearing in, hustling in. And backfoot Reinhart wheeling it around the boards. Bruins changing up. And here's that speedster Quinn again over the line. Trying to cut in on Larson. Knocked down by Larson. Heavily into the corner. Balls on the puck. No whistle yet. A battle in the corner to the right of Ranford. Outstanding in that first period for Boston. Puck kept in. McGowan shot off the stick of Ranford and tipped wide. Out to center ice. 2-0 the Bruins. Opening minutes, second period at the Saddle Dome. Steele, Milbury. Over the line, trying to beat McInnes. Battles him into the boards. They go at it heavily, and McInnes forced to just slap it out. Back for it goes Johnston. Johnston trying to come out, and he's broken up by Mullen, but Reed Larson covers. Sends Linsman away with Courtnall and Johnston. A lead all the way in near Vernon. Johnston going for it. Vernon plays it smartly into the corner. Linsman fighting for it there. Can't get it. And out comes big Joel Otto. To Poplinski, breaking in. Courtnall trying to get him. A shot blocked by Ranford as Courtnall bothered him. And now it's skated off by Linsman. A lead, looking for Johnston. Trying to icing now. Goes with McGowan. And McGowan outbodies him and gets icing called. And nice to welcome a Calgary Flame, Nick Fratillo, old friend from Cape Cod. You're still living down the Cape, Nick?
Yep, I'd like to say hello to all the people down the Cape, and it's good to be up here with you guys, but I'd rather be on the ice.
Okay, you and Terry O'Reilly, you've met before.
Oh, yeah, we met many a times in the corners, but...
Look at Poplinski, almost put this in. Was that a little hole there, Terry, by...
A well-timed hold and release there. I think he just held him enough to limit his choices.
Nick, you have a Stanley Cup ring? Oh, no, not quite. Almost.
Not quite.
Huh?
Almost.
Yeah.
Maybe this year, though.
Well, you were to the finals with Calgary last year. How many years in the league now?
This is my 14th year pro.
Just a kid. Okay. 2-0 Boston. 2 minutes into the second period. And a penalty coming up as Tonelli is knocked down by Neely. And Neely is going out. Another power play. Calgary with the score. Bruins 2, Flames nothing. Let's pause for this message.
Well, I don't know if that was a penalty. Poplinski didn't lose his balance, and Jeff just gave him a little tug to throw off his stride.
And the draw is back to Suter. Suter along the blue line, controlling Reinhart, the other point man. Suter a slap shot. Picked off by Ranford. Might have been wide, but he couldn't chance.
No rebound. Back to the point here, and Suter, nice slap shot. Billy Ranford picks it off, no rebound, which is very key, because if he was off balance, if he just kicked this out, he would have been down and off balance, and with an open net, if it landed on a Calgary stick, it would have been 2-1. But that's nice to see him tie it up like that and not let Calgary build up any momentum on their power play.
Wilson is out with Lube on the right, Patterson on the left, Suter and Reinhart play the points. Steve Casper taking his time coming out. Bork in a conference with Ranford. It is Johnston and Casper, Peterson, I'm sorry, on left defense, and Bork at right. And Keith Crowder did not return for the second period. Shoulder injury, I believe. Here's Lube keeping it in. Lube watched by Johnston into Wilson. Back to the point to Suter. He's the lone point man now. Now Reinhart moves over on that spot. Well up, though. Pass in for Lube. Lube gets it back. Suter fakes, gives it to Lube. Lube all the way across. And the drive is blocked by Ranford, and the puck trickles wide. And that was Reinhart setting it up and drilling one on Ranford. Suter. A shot tipped wide by Ranford. Wilson collects it. Wilson off Lube. The Bruins play a solid box here, but here's Wilson trying to come in. Big play by Bork. That's the setup that worked for 3 power play goals in Boston, with Wilson operating right. Here he is again. Off in the corner. Bork broke him out a moment ago. Now Patterson gets it. Off for Wilson. They change places. The pass across. Hit on the go. A save on Reinhart by Ranford. A beauty on that one. Behind the net, Wilson with it. Power play for Suter. Ranford is there again and cleared off on the boards. But Reinhart has it in deep. They are drilling the rookie, Ranford. Here's Reinhart. Wilson flipped in front, and it finally deflected to Casper. Down to 30 seconds left. What a power play by Calgary. What goaltending by Ranford. Back comes McCowan. Hit by Larson. Breaks to the corner. Otto. Now McCowan around the boards. Flips it back to the point to McGinnis. Fakes his big booming shot. In the corner to Quinn. Back. Oh, the drive, and Ranford's ready for it. And McCowan tries one, and it's blocked. And Burridge blocked it. Breaks it out. 2-on-1. Larson. Middleton. Off for Middleton. And he was too deep. Vernon able to tie it up as Larson passed across for Middleton on a breakout. Bill Ranford, what a story. We're in the second period. The score, Boston 2 and Calgary nothing. Bruins hockey will continue in a moment.
Doesn't get it out as he'd like to.
Had passed from Larson just a little bit behind. Wasn't quite like the ones Gretzky makes.
I think he was giving him the option to shoot it right away, which he wouldn't have been able to do on his backhand.
Larson breaks center ice. It is 2-0 Boston. Long shot. Kicked out by Vernon. And he kicks out the next one by Simmer. And now a steal by Milbury. Moves in and a score! Mike Milbury very alert to make it 3-0 after Simmer's shot was stopped by Vernon. Mike Milbury gets the third Boston score.
What a big goal. With all the pressure that Calgary's been putting on. A bad play by Lanny McDonald. A result of aggressive forechecking by the Bruins, and Mike Milbury capitalizes. Moves in, picks it up. Nice shot by Mike Milbury. You know, he's playing like an old pro. He's been having trouble with his left knee ever since the Winnipeg game. I think he's going to have surgery when he gets back to Boston.
Well, they're missing Keith Crowder. Please, no more injuries. And it's 3-0 Boston. And I believe Neely and Simmer will have the assist, but we'll try and check the official. Thanks to Ranford, 3-0 Boston. The shots are 17 Calgary, 9 for the Bruins. Bruins aggressive forechecking here. Behind the net, battling to keep it in. Simmer can't get it. It was ruled unassisted, the score. At center ice, Boutelier breaks it up. And Simmer starts it back. Can't send Neely in. Neely jousts a bit with Otto. Now it's fired in as Butch Goring makes a changeup. 14:55 left in the second period. 3-0 Boston. Milbury to score. At center ice, Boutelier intercepts. Can't set up Courtnall. Floats back to Paul Boutelier again. Can't set up Tallene. Hunter playing defense. Steal by Linsman. Linsman checked by Hunter, trying to keep it in. It pops in the air, and Englund breaks it. In the center ice on the left to Quinn. Quinn for the trailer. And the shot by Bozak is deflected by Mats Tallene. Got there just in time.
Good back checking by Mats. I think it was Mats and Jeff. They both reached up there with their sticks and foiled that shot.
You go back to Ranford, though. The Calgary, as Terry O'Reilly said, keeps getting better on the power play. And you couldn't have a better power play than the one, their last one. And easily they had half a dozen shots, and most of them sizzlers.
Oh, and instead of it being 2-1, he killed off that power play, and now it's 3-0 Boston. And I think Calgary's going to start to get frustrated.
Well, they keep it in. Suter a shot. Save, and the better one on the rebound as he came up high and blocked it on Bozak. Bozak has been a star. Tries to center it. Can't do it. Keeps it in. Cuts in front. Gets the shot away, and Ranford knocks it away. And the centering pass goes all the way to the Calgary end, and the Bruins have to do something about controlling Bozak. Number 26, Steve Bozak, as Bob Johnson keeps playing him. He's been a spark plug, and that time he almost did it all alone, but Ranford held him off, and he's up to 19 shots on Ranford.
A shot from the blue line. Ranford makes the initial save, and there's the rebound. He's back to his feet to make the second save, and he's in position even though he's down. And here's Bozak. Bozak is just a whirling dervish out there, breaking in from the left circle. Boy, I'll tell you, that Billy Ranford has been the difference in this game. 19 shots by Calgary, and the Bruins are winning 3-0.
13:57 left in the second period. This clear will be icing. Big goal by Mike Milbury. Remember the one in Minnesota, Terry? Did the same thing, broke at the right time, and scored it from just about the same position.
Yeah, there's a big to-do at the beginning of the season in Boston. The fans were giving Mike a hard time. You know, they started to boo him. I think it was the first game of the season.
For the break in the action, let's pause for station identification.
This is TV 38, WSBK TV, Boston.
Face off now to the left of Vernon. 3-0 the Bruins. Nienhuis out there with Burridge and Middleton. Milbury kept it in. He's on defense with Reed Larson. Boston scores by Bourque, Courtnall, and Milbury. Nienhuis battling to keep it in, checking McGinnis, Burridge, and McGinnis. McGinnis tries the right side, and Milbury up there to check. Lube now gets it behind the net, starting out with McCowan. It'll be all out here for Calgary. They're down by 3. But the pass is intercepted by Middleton. Leads Burridge. Burridge over the line, left wing side. Milbury coming up. Nienhuis lets it go. And Milbury was racked up. He was hit, I believe, by Patterson, who's coming back now on the right wing side. Larson and Middleton play defense. Kerry Wilson in front. A shot by McGinnis. The save. And stand on the next opportunity. Patterson had a tripping call on the Bruins. And another power play for Calgary with the score. Boston 3, Calgary 0. Bruins hockey will continue in a moment.
And a penalty as he makes a nice pass out to McGinnis. And Billy Ranford comes up with the biggest save of the game there.
Number 16, McMiddleton. 2 minutes for tripping.
Middleton for tripping Wilson. McGinnis the shot. Ranford the save. The rebound missed by Patterson as it floated right in front of Ranford. We're up to 20 shots by Calgary, 9 by Boston, and Ranford the story of the game. Somehow Boston has to contain this power play here with some gunners at the line, but it's Lube there now for Suter. They're trying to make the careful play, and this one is overskated by Casper gets it. Almost left it there 30 feet in. So Bob Johnson trying different combinations. I'd put the same one out there he had before. He's got Lube at the point position. McDonald whips it in. Tonelli keeps it in deep for Lanny McDonald in the corner. Pass across in front for Tonelli, and he couldn't put it on net. Goes face-off call by Bob Hall. Looking at John Tonelli, the former Islander.
Came out to winning another Stanley Cup with a different team after being shipped out west by the Islanders. I think that was a result of a contract dispute at the beginning of that season. He had a little bit of a falling out with the Islander management, and they decided to make a move.
Suter and McGinnis play the points. 1:29 left on Middleton's penalty. It's the 7th power play for Calgary. Casper on the draw. Fights for it on the boards. Back to McGinnis. That big shot, but it went high. Rebound kept in by Suter. McDonald. Now Milbury up the boards, and Casper quickly gets it out. Bruins minus Keith Crowder, injured first period. Early in the game. Threw a check, missed, hit the boards, and we're guessing shoulder. We'll try and get a report. Out comes Reinhardt now. Reinhardt trying to go right through. It floats into Ranford. Knocks it away. Verdeen able to clear it by Suter. 55 seconds left. Shots are 20 Calgary, 9 Boston. 11:48 left in the second period. 3-0 the Bruins. In the center ice, Wilson over the line. Clears it around the boards. Back is Suter at the point. McGinnis lets it go, and I tell you, right skate. Ranford got a piece of it. And Burridge able to break up Suter, so they have to regroup. Wilson with Patterson now. 24 seconds left, and Burridge broke that up. And
another big play by Randy. He made a key play right at the blue line to get it out, forcing all the Flames to clear the Bruins zone. Here's McGinnis, shot from the blue line, and Ranford makes a nice save, kicks it off into the corner. I'll tell you, Billy Ranford's just been unbeatable so far tonight.
And that reflected on the way in. What a threat on Ranford. 21 shots he's looked at. 0 for Calgary so far. 3 for the Bruins on 2 quick scores in the first period by Ray Bourque and Jeff Courtnall, and a Mike Milbury score in the second period. Suter takes over right over the line. Falls down near Bork. There's no penalty on that, but around the boards, Alan Peterson trying to drive it out. Can't do it. Kept in by Joel Otto. Otto back for Suter. Tees it up again. Deflected by Otto, but wide of the net. Kept in by Reinhardt. Penalty is up. Bruins trying to tie it up in the zone. And they battle for it. Can't clear it out yet. Boston at full strength. Everybody in the zone, and now the puck clears out, and Joe Mullen takes over. And now Boston has to take over with some sort of offense to relieve the pressure at the Bruins' end. Right back comes Quinn. Firing in. Mullen goes for it. Centered it. Knocked away. Otto couldn't get control, and Lindsman starts it out. He set up the Courtnall goal. He breaks now with Johnston over the line. Johnston in just a stride ahead, and they're just not used to playing together.
I think Kenny, what he was trying to do was change his speed. He just did it a little too early and forced Greg offside. If he'd just made that blue line, what a centerman is trying to do there is make the blue line and stop. It forces the Calgary Flame defenseman to stand up and gives time for the wingers to break in around behind like he did on Jeff Courtnall's goal. And then he'll try to lay a little soft pass in through behind them.
Bruins play Montreal at the Boston Garden, home after a long road trip. Center ice, Bradeen. A lead in for Simmer. Too far, and Hunter is playing on defense with Sheehy injured. He's a forward, Tim Hunter. And here's Bozak. He has been a flashy star. A backhander in, a save by Ranford. That was just an easy one. In the center ice comes Neely. Neely trying to break over the line. Is knocked down by Hunter. And Englund clears it out. Stopped quickly by Tallene. Loose puck. Picked up. And Berezan breaks over the line. In deep. Near the net. Knocked away. Boston trying to come back. Englund able to keep it in. The shot on the save. Puck loose, and Gradin skates it out. Has a chance here 3-on-2. He has that speed. Simmer left. Neely right. Over the line. And he is broken up by Englund. Fights for it into the corner. Still battling for it. Takes a look. Try to put it in front. Neely, a shot and a save, and a penalty coming up as Bozak hauled down Simmer. And I tell you, it's about time that Calgary would get a penalty, and now they do. And protest, 9:20 left, second period, 3-0 the Bruins. They go on a power play.
Well, that's 2 minutes. That should be 4 minutes there, Fred. It's Charlie's got that reputation for the scoring touch in front of the net, but I think Bozak did a little too much to tie him up. Had a little bit of a conflict going on there between Hunter and Cam Neely that didn't come to anything, but I thought the two heavyweights were going to go at it for a little while there.
Boston, Butch Goring simply not dressing Tom McCarthy and Dwight Foster. In their place tonight, Craig Nienhuis and Jay Miller. But they've just seen spot duty. So it's been with the injury to Crowder, it's been a limited number of forwards for Boston. Now a power play, and they can't set up Boudelier. Wilson forechecking. Boudelier drops it off for Bork. Bork smartly in the center ice to Johnston. Johnston over the line with Lindgren. Takes a heavy hit from McGowan. Ooh, the hit on the boards. McGowan on Johnston. And Boudelier winding up now. Power play for Boston. Ray Bork, center ice. Too late. Courtnall over the line, and the play offside.
Greg Johnson learned a couple of tricks there. He got hit heavily along the boards by Jamie McCowan, and then coming back through the center ice area, he didn't have a hold of his stick. Here's the check here. As soon as he makes that drop pass back to Kenny Linseman, he's got to get his stick up because he knows he's going to take a hard check along the boards. Then going through the center ice area, he was skating by Platinsky and had his stick knocked out of his hands. And I think these are things that just happen to you when you're new in the league, and there's some dirty little tricks by veterans before you catch on. It won't take him long to catch on, though. He's a pretty smart player.
Bork and Larson play the points. 1:20 left on the Boston power play. Boston leads 3-0, although outshot 24-10. Bork lets it go on Vernon from center ice. Around the boards, Larson intercepts, wheels in front, drops it off of Bork left point. The shot, the save, Vernon, as Gradin took a heavy hit twice from McGowan, and Neely keeps it in. Boy, they're jousting. Gradin. And here's Neely. Pass for Larson. Larson, the shot. Blocked. Neely fights to keep it in. Does. Nice pass to Larson again. A shot and a save. That rebound out again. And Gradin gets knocked down again. And I tell you, it was Neely setting up the plays nicely with Larson for the shots on. For Boston now, trying to stay on side. Simmer. It's off the stick in near Vernon. 28 seconds on the Boston power play in front. Middleton. All alone. The shot, the save, the score. And the rebound, Johnston. Or Nienhuis, I'm sorry. Nienhuis drove it home on the rebound. A power play for Boston. Nienhuis from Middleton. And it is 4-0 the Bruins.
Rick Middleton picks up the puck along the board, circles, and lets a nice wrist shot go from the faceoff circle. And you see Craig Nienhuis coming in for a quick rebound between Vernon's legs, make it for Boston. Nice wrist shot here. I'll tell you, Vernon's having a rough night. 13 shots, 4 goals.
Boston getting a power play goal by Craig Nienhuis. Spot duty, but it paid off then. That's his second of the year. Nienhuis able to flip it in on Vernon. 7:25 left in the second period. Boston beaten by Calgary opening season, and the Flames, who went to the finals against Montreal, look so impressive. They are not unimpressive here tonight. Here comes Lanny McDonald over the line with Tonelli. Tonelli is hit, and Middleton able to clear it out, and Tallene breaks with it. Tallene just took a heavy rap. I tell you, in that power play, Gradin stayed in front of the net, but he took quite a beating, particularly from McGowan, looking for those rebounds. Over the line comes Berezan to be broken up, trying to do it alone. Now Hunter with it. Hunter flipping in. 6:45 left in the second period. 4-0 Boston. Last goal, Nienhuis, a power play from Middleton. Back comes Linsman over the line, moving in, looking for Johnston. He can't get it. And Joey Mullen fired from St. Louis. Out for Suter. Away to Reinhart. Reinhart trying to do it alone. The puck in front, and the shot goes wide by Joel Otto. Milbury trying to clear. Can't. It's a flip back. Now at the point, Poplinski, a save, Ranford. And what a cover-up by Ranford. Not only made the left pad save, and everything's breaking out near the net. Frustration by Calgary. Sticks are high. Everything going now. Linsman in on it. And Courtnall, Reinhart, and the net lodged. And Ranford, what a stop he made, and controlled the rebound.
Controlled rebound. He thought all the way and used his left pad to drop it about a foot in front of him, and then just smothered it. And he had the time and the presence of mind to look up and see if he could move it to anybody. He couldn't, so he froze it for a whistle.
From the Saddle Dome, the score, Boston 4 and Calgary nothing.
Poplinski took that shot, and you can see Billy Ranford controlling the rebound. He looked up to see if he could move the puck. He couldn't, so he just throws it for a whistle, and then a little bit of trouble breaks out. I think Poplinski handles a pass with his glove, lets a nice shot go, but Billy can see it all the way, and he doesn't kick that rebound out. He just drops it in front of him. That's great control with his left pad.
The shots to this point, as Hall was still making assessments on penalties at that wild melee in back of Ranford. The shots are 25 for Calgary, 13 for Boston, and the Bruins lead 4-0. Final score, it is Toronto 3 and the Rangers 3. In the third period, Philadelphia 3 and Minnesota 1. In the second period, Chicago 2 and Winnipeg 1. And in the second period, Vancouver nothing, Edmonton nothing. Looks like Otto gets the extra 2 minutes up there as he's in the box with Poplinski, and it could be Milbury and Courtnall.
Number 14, Jeff Courtnall, 2 for roughing.
If I was wearing a Calgary sweater, I think I'd be getting a little bit frustrated right now. 25 shots, you think you'd have maybe one or two goals out of your effort, but they're looking at a big donut up there.
We have 6:13 left in the second period. Boston in front 4-0 in their last score. A power play goal by Craig Nienhuis. And the Flames have been frustrated by Ranford. Seemingly each successive power play by Calgary gets even better with the quality of shots. I'd say about their sixth one was the one where Ranford was really a standout, though, with about 6 shots on him.
It was just amazing to watch him. You know what Calgary's trying to do? They have great control on the perimeter. Boston sets up the 4-man box. Calgary moves it around the box till they can slide it diagonally through the box, and what they're trying to do is slide a mattress pass so that the player on the far side can shoot the puck right away and catch Billy Ranford moving across the ice. The initial scouting report on Billy Ranford was that sometimes he overreacted when he was moving across the ice, and I think he's thoroughly corrected that problem, because if you watch the way he's performing tonight, he's moving across, making the big save, and he's back up on his feet with amazing quickness.
And now Boston with the power play. And I got to say, Thomas Gradin stuck his nose right in there on the last one, right outside the crease, and he was belted time and again by McGowan.
It almost appeared like cross-checking, Fred, but
well, he kept bouncing up and down, and of course somebody's got to create that havoc in front, and it finally paid off. He wasn't on the ice when Middleton came back, shot the rebound right there as Nienhuis cut in. Charlie Simmer at left wing, Gradin at center, and Neely on the right wing with Larson and Bork. Bork winding up in the Boston power play. In the center ice, it is knocked away by McGowan, and the Bruins have to start again as we're down to 6 minutes left in the second period. 4-0 Boston. 2 quick goals at the start of the game by Ray Bork and Jeff Courtnall, and then Milbury and Nienhuis. Here's Neely putting it on, a one-hander, and Vernon had a lot of trouble with that one. Wasn't hard, but he directed it toward the net. Gradin digs it out of the corner. Back off the boards to Bork, the left point man. Now to Larson, the right point man. Larson holding. Watched by Berezan. In it goes to Neely. Neely has trouble. Hit on the boards. Battling McGowan. Pokes it up in front. Bruins trying to get control. Can't. And it is knocked away by McGinnis. McGinnis and McGowan, the defense. Up front. Berezan and Bozak. Trying to break in and just ruled offside. We have 5:17 left in the second period. Bruins in front of the Flames, 4-0.
Boy, that Cam Neely has really impressed me. We didn't get to see him much when he was playing out in the West Coast for Vancouver, but I heard good things about him from Peter McNabb, who, when he was traded out to, there's Cam just chipping it towards the net. Vernon has trouble handling it. He's had trouble handling everything tonight. But Peter McNabb was very impressed. He was playing with Cam when he was playing a year, and he's just a great asset for the Bruins.
5:12 left. Boston on a power play. 57 seconds left in that power play. And play broken up by Riseborough. Larson starts again with Ray Bork. Bork forced back. Larson trying to stick handle ahead, and he's held off by Riseborough. And Bruins a bit disorganized, and now Gradin starts it up the center, looking for the opening. And ridden offside was Neely by Riseborough, and they exchange greetings. Well, let's see what comes of this. A little bit of stick work by Riseborough, a little retaliation by Neely, and maybe Hall will let it all go. 32 seconds left on the extra penalty to Otto. Also in the penalty box, Milbury and Courtnall, and Poplinski in there for Calgary.
Colin Patterson was quick to get in there when Neely and Riseborough were exchanging high sticks.
In the third period, the score, Boston 4 and Calgary nothing. Injury, apparently shoulder, to Keith Crowder. Has not returned to play since the first period early. Bork up on the right with Nienhuis, who has a power play goal, trying to just pull his way through on the right wing boards. He's checked. Middleton, Bork, trying to keep it in. It deflects into the stands. We're down to 14 seconds on the Boston power play. 4:27 left in the second period. And this is about the only respite for Ranford. The power plays. Even strength. Calgary has had the edge, as the shots indicate. 25 for the Flames, 14 for Boston. And the Boston line is Rick Middleton at center. Nienhuis and Burridge on the wings. Brutally Bork on defense. Ray Bork winding up. Penalty almost up. to be wary of that man coming out. Boudelier fires it in. And Burridge trying to get it. Can't. It's cleared away. Center ice. Broken up just smartly by Middleton at center ice. So that would have been a big break there. Burridge over the Boston line, able to clear it back out. Brought back in. McGowan. And offside. Berezan. 3:56 left in period number 2.
Well, Fred, that wasn't a very effective power play, but like you said, the one thing it did do is give Billy Ranford a little bit of a rest. Hopefully the Bruins can carry the play in the middle ice zone and perhaps the Flame end and give Billy a rest, because with 25 shots, I really think that 35-40 shots during the course of a game is bound to get tired, and he might have a tough third period if this pace keeps up in the Bruin end.
Well, you know, Vancouver got 5 goals, and none of them could be blamed to Ranford. He was outstanding in the game.
I think he stole the 2 points from Winnipeg, too.
McDonald a shot. Ranford the save from the right wing side. Quick clear up the middle and out by Linsman. Just got it out. Winding up now. Quinn. Tonelli. Play broken up. And they rule it outside at the Calgary blue line, and the Bruins will take the whistles.
It was a 2-line pass up to Tonelli. He was just over center ice when he received that pass.
Face off just at the Calgary blue line. This, of course, seen a part of the indoor part of the Winter Olympics, 70 miles away. Beautiful Banff and all the skiing. And we had a close-up look of Banff last year. 1988 Winter Olympics, and the whole city of Calgary getting ready for that stellar event. Suter starts it away smartly to center ice to Quinn, who's knocked down by Larson, and Larson is being called for a penalty. Tripping is the call on Reed Larson.
Gee, it looked like he threw himself off balance by trying to avoid the check.
Quinn pulled up short and then went down. But out goes Larson, and with the score, Boston 4, Calgary nothing. Let's pause for this message.
A little bit of a stick, but it was more his own move to throw him off balance like that. I think that was a poor call by Hall.
And another power play. I believe it's 8 for Calgary. They gave us no first period stats here at all. Suter keeps it in, and that dazzling work again for a McGinnis shot and a save by Ranford, and a follow-up by Quinn is deflected by, and the pressure on again as Joey Mullen keeps it in, swinging around back to the point man Suter. Suter into the corner, trying to set up for Wilson behind the net. Wilson watched by Peterson. The Bruins stay in that box. Shot is a save by Ranford. Here's a trip on Peterson. He let it go. Peterson was going to clear the puck. And Hall is, another save by Ranford on McGinnis. And the puck bounces to center ice. And Hall is refereeing by the score, 4-0. Boston, as he let that one go. Here's Ranford clearing into the boards. Wilson has it in the corner. Wilson now to that man in front. Now it's open, and the shot is a save as Quinn could not lift it. He had seconds, and as a result, there he is on the ice. Ranford down. He's up to 30 saves in the game, and Calgary hasn't beaten him.
That puck seemed to be crawling away from Quinn. He was reaching for it and reaching for it. Wilson slides it across the goal mouth, and Quinn just can't.
Ranford pokes it in the corner, but Reinhardt is on it to keep it in. Reinhardt for Tonelli. In front, McDonald. At the point, Lou. Tonelli behind the net. Hard worker, trying to put it in front. It's skated off by Middleton. Keeps his poise, gets it to Gradine, and Gradine drops it down. 34 seconds left. Calgary power play. 8th in the game. Here comes Reinhardt, broken up by Mike Milbury on defense, and they can't penetrate. Reinhardt on the puck again. Milbury on with Boudelier. Over the line, in deep. Milbury first there. Gets it back on the boards to Middleton. Knew the position play, and Middleton clears it out with 10 seconds left. 1:35 left in the second period. Hustling work by Burridge to slow up the play at the Calgary end. And now Reinhardt passes out. Collects his own pass, kicks it over the line, and is broken up. And here's a lead for Larson. He can't move in. The penalty is up. as Peterson, Big Allen Peterson, clears it to the Calgary zone. 1:10 left in the second period. 4-0 Boston. Will broken up by Simmer. The clear out controlled by Bork. Trying to wait for everybody to clear. He does. Hakan Lube is still out there as a point man, and now it's up to Patterson. Now in the middle to Wilson. Trying to stick handle by Bork. He's checked, kept in by Patterson. Drops it back to the point man. In deep it goes to Patterson again on the boards. He is knocked down on the play. Puck fought for. Kept in now by Calgary in the corner. Wilson trying to wheel it front, but he is broken up by Peterson, and here's Bradeen back to clear it to the Calgary end. 35 seconds left in the second period. 4-0 Boston. In the center ice, a long lead pass over the line, floats in front, and Boutelier skates it off and clears it right out. We're 20 seconds left in the period. Poplinski overskates it. McGowan trying to get going. Cleared it up to the Boston line, and Boutelier to tie it up at the boards. Down to 11 seconds as the Bruins stay on top now of a frustrated Calgary team.
You have to be, and I'll tell you, that has to be working on Mike Vernon's mind to know that the difference in this game right now has been goaltending, and it's his building, his rink, and he's let in 4 goals. I'm not saying they were weak goals, but in 14 shots, you'd have to say that he's not having a strong night. And at the other end, Billy Ranford has stopped all 30 shots.
Brilliant goaltending by Ranford. Incredible. 11 seconds left in the period. Reinhart snaps it in. Back first is Boutelier. Gets it from Ranford. Around the boards. Not out. Kept in now. It's knocked away by Lindsman. He broke up that pass, and that'll do it at the end of the second period. So Bill Ranford still the story. When he got a brief break, he skated a bit off to his left. It is his left leg, and we'll see how he's ready in the third period. Stay tuned. Second intermission. 2 periods. We're underway in the third period. 4-0 Boston. And here comes McGinnis, the big bomber. Lets it go. Deflected wide of Ranford. Kept in by Poplinski. Center tip and missed the net. You say a goaltender has luck? Yeah, that happens. Here's McGinnis keeping it in. Knocked away. Almost put in by Peterson. He deflected that toward the net, and Ranford had to make the move on his own teammate, Alan Peterson, who almost scored the first goal for Calgary. Bruins work it out. On the attack, Nienhuis. He has scored a power play goal for Boston. Bork and Courtnall in the first period. Milbury and Nienhuis a power play in the second. That's the scoring. But the story of the game is Bill Ranford. Into the Boston end. Here comes Lube, Larson. And Wilson gets it in front. Shot goes wide by Patterson. It was tipped. Calgary continues to get the chances. And Nienhuis could have set a 2-on-1 there had he seen Courtnall breaking the center ice. 4-0 Boston, just underway in the third period. A long lead pass is offside to Reinhart. Face-off called in the Calgary zone.
It looks like Jeff Courtnall has lost an edge on his skate. He's checking it now. If you hit your skate going over the boards, or when you're circling in the corner with somebody and your blades just rub against each other, you'll skin the whole edge of your blade. And you're not going to find out until you have to make a sharp turn out there, changing direction, and you're just going to go for a nice long ride for about 25-30 feet. And the only way to correct it is to take the skate off and have it sharpened quickly in the locker room.
Face off in the Calgary zone, just underway, third period. 4-0 the Bruins. Bork in the first. Courtnall from Lindsman and Larson at 1:12. They had a quick 2-0 lead. In the second period, Milbury at 4:22 unassisted, and a 12-17 power play. Nienhuis from Middleton. That's the scoring. And I stand corrected. I finally have a stat sheet. They have 6 power plays, Calgary. The Bruins have had 3, and here's a 3-on-2. Lube going with it. Drops it for the trailer. Another drop back for Suter. Screen shot. Save! Oh, beauty! Again by Ranford. Lube has it. Wheels in front. The shot deflected away by Ranford. Forced to make another one. Clears it up. And the Bruins fail to get it out. Suter keeps it in again as they storm the Boston end of beleaguered Bill Ranford. Around the boards, Larson trying to ice it. Can't do that. Tipped in, a save on a deflected shot as Gary Wilson deflected that one. Kept in by Lube. Back deep, Larson. Larson tries that hardest shot, and again they fail to get it out. Now Lindsman skates it out. and makes a quick backhand flip, and Calgary comes right back over the line. Reinhart can't move in. A steal, though, by Berezan. He's broken up as he cut for the net. Courtnall clears it out. The Bruins back in their heels, leading 4-0. Calgary storming the gates. 35 shots to 14 for Boston. In deep, Neely goes, prevents icing, puts it on net, and a save by Vernon. Puck cleared away to the Boston end. Berezan in a race with Tallinn. Tallinn back, trying to wheel it right out. It's called for icing. And with the score of Boston 4, Calgary nothing, let's pause for this message. Face off to the right of Vernon. Neely trying to stop, cut. Simmer gets a shot that went weak and wide near the net. Didn't have full control. Right back comes Otto. Kaplinski had to stop to stay onside, so he missed the pass. Tallinn to Simmer. They work it out. But it is Engblom right back for Otto. Kaplinski with Mullen heading for the net. Kaplinski cuts in front. Save Ranford. Oh, what a stop he made on Kaplinski. How do you evaluate the saves? Here's Neely and Kaplinski going at it. Neely and Kaplinski. Off goes the Kaplinski helmet.
I don't think Kaplinski wants to fight. He's just trying to hang on.
Cam Neely looks like a left-hander like O'Reilly. Is that right?
Yeah. Kaplinski has got a hold of his left hand right now. I think he realizes that. They've played against each other extensively because Cam used to be in this same division when he was with Vancouver.
What about that save, Terry, on Kaplinski? Hey, he had Mullen there as a decoy. Look at this.
Beautiful move by Kaplinski. He fakes the backhand pass and moves right in front of the net and tries to do it himself. Billy Ranford just follows him all the way. Kaplinski would have had a goal if he could have held it a little bit longer and put it upstairs because Billy was down. But once you cut in front of the net like that, it's really hard to get any air into that puck.
That looked like a whack by Kaplinski first, but the extra penalty goes to Cam Neely. And this is the 7th power play for Calgary. We have 16:47 left in the 3rd period. That was the 36th shot on Ranford by Kaplinski. You know, you say the goaltender's lucky a lot of times. I tell you, I don't think there's any luck in any of his saves.
He's on a roll right now. You get the momentum for you. You know, with that new rule, Fred, the aggressor gets the extra 2 minutes. I think right now the referees are under the impression that every time there's an altercation, there's an aggressor. And that's not always. Sometimes two players just look at each other and decide to go. You can see Kaplinski looking for Mullen, and he makes a nice fake by holding it and trying to do it himself, but he doesn't get any air under the puck. Billy Ranford comes up with another fantastic save.
Well, apparently 5 minutes each, Kaplinski and Neely for the fighting. And the extra 2, the aggressor to Neely, so Jay Miller is over there. And right now, it is Lube over the line. Wilson open. Lube lost it into the corner. Bork fighting for it there. They're trying to clear it out. Left point. It is kept in by Suter. Reinhart at the other point. Suter gets it off. The drive. A save. Ranford. Scramble in front. It's loose. Suter gets it. A dive by Johnston. He blocked it. Trying to get the handle. A daring move by Greg Johnston to finally clear the puck as he sprawled to block that one. And another shot in on Ranford, I tell you. It's 37 now. Now in the Boston end, Bork goes to the corner first, trying to get it out. The backhand flip, oh, beautiful. Over everybody's head and right out of the zone. And the Bruins have failed in that several occasions. And that kept the continuing pressure on a power play. Number 7 for Calgary in the game. Lube breaks center ice. Over the line, holding. Drops it to the point. Suter has it. Suter into the corner. Mullen tees it up, and Ranford top of the crease short side. Got it. Mullen was at the off-wing side. Tees it up again. Gets it in front. The shot blocked on Joel Otto by Ranford. Mullen has it again. Back to Suter. Suter a shot. Tip by Milbury goes high. Mullen has it again to Joe Olato in the corner. Bruins battling to get it. Can't. Suter at the line again. The pass in now, cleared away by Reed Larson. 30 seconds on the 7th Calgary power play. Almost 5 minutes played. Third period, 4-0 Boston. 39 saves, Ranford. Quinn clears it in. Ranford is too tired to go out and even try to block it. And he gets a break there and is able to clear it up and out himself. He did not go out and try and block it behind the net. He's got to conserve his energy.
I think he better. There's 15 minutes left.
Storming, Quinn. Joe Olato broken up by Peterson. Penalty is up. McGinnis keeps it in. The pass back to the point. McCowan, shot blocked. Berdeen starts it away. Berdeen, center ice. Flips it in. A left shoulder injury to Bruce Crowder. Could be serious. Well, why speculate on it? He was taken to the hospital after injury in the first period. A lead for Nienhuis. He has one of the 4 Boston goals. He keeps it in the corner. Now Berdeen battling for it. And Jay Miller. And they keep it in along the line. Knocked down. Miller, though. Nienhuis back up to poke it in deep in the Calgary zone. 6 minutes played, third period. 4-0 Boston. Long clear center ice taken by Linsman. He handed it to McDonald, though. Over the line. Tonelli into the corner. The hard worker. Wraps it around the boards. Jay Miller at the left wing side. Starts it out for Boston. There's the red line and fires it in. Bruins try to forecheck to keep it in. Nienhuis centers it. It's back at the left point. Wrapped in by Tallinn. It's wide. The long rebound goes center ice and Boudelier takes over. Missing Crowder, a key ingredient of this team. And of course, going with the other injuries, that hurts the manpower situation for Butch Goring. 13-17 left. Linsman has to go center ice in this one. Drops it over the line. Batted away by McCowan, but to a teammate. A hand pass and a face-off called in the third period. The score is Boston 4 and Calgary nothing. Bruins hockey will continue in a moment. 19 years of age. Calgary breaks it out, stopped by Casper. Courtnall, who has one of the 4 goals. Bork and Courtnall in the first period. Milbury, Nienhuis, a power play in the second. That's been the scoring. Good back checking by Courtnall. Knocked that one down. And England can't move it in. Bruins trying to come back over the line. But Hunter can move back to defense with the injury to Sheehy. Clears it in the Boston end. Wilson after Larson. Larson around to an uncovered Greg Johnston. And he fails to work it out, but Milbury does. Milbury hooked. Oh, did Milbury help that one out? Milbury took a little dive there. And the Bruins get a power play with 12:30 left in the third period. You know, when Terry Sawchuk was great, he was great from the start. Just 20 years of age with...
Call at this point in the game.
Ray Bork with it, a power play for Boston. And away comes Berdeen up the left wing side, picking up Simmer. Over the line, Simmer, the pass in front, blocked by Suter. And Suter clears it out. Stopped by Larson. Good move by Reed. Now leads the charge over the line, holding. He can go himself. Tries to pass it through. And it's knocked away by Vernon. And back comes Bozak offside at the Boston line. Of course, one thing about Bill Ranford in his record, he played for New Westminster in junior hockey, and they were a dreadful team last year. So I would imagine looking at 39 shots is not unusual for Ranford, but this is the major leagues, and the quality that Calgary has directed his way would be quite different from anything in junior hockey.
Well, he sure has put on a performance tonight. That was the Bruins' first shot on net, that shot that I think was Reed Larson just let go. 8 minutes into the period.
Now Courtnall racing for it. Vernon out of the net. Fires it in the stands. No penalty called, and it could be one. Courtnall says to Hall, how about it? You know, it's no more deliberate. Well, if it just happens. A break in the action. Let's pause for station identification.
This is TV 38. WSBK TV, Boston.
Jeff Courtnall lining up for Boston. He scored the second goal of the game. Ray Bork the first one. Mike Milbury and Craig Nienhuis in the second period. Lindsman out on the power play. It's back to Bork. Bork shot. Blocker saved by Vernon. Kept in by Johnston for Lindsman. Lindsman trying to wheel on the boards and make his play. In for Johnston. Johnston for Lindsman again. He lost it. And Risebrough breaks it out with McGinnis. A kick-out save by Ranford, and McGinnis can really drill them. Breaking now, Lindsman, some open ice for Ken over the line. Drops it for Bork. Bork moves in deep, checks, gets it away. Courtnall, a shot blocked in front. The screen of players and cleared. 48 seconds left on the Boston power play. 11:15 left in the third period. 4-0 the Bruins. Courtnall back, still play over the line. Drop pass doesn't work. Kept in now by Courtnall again, who cut back near the blue line. Courtnall forcing the play deep. Middleton trying to pop it in front. Courtnall knocked down, and Suter clears it out. Stopped by Reed Larson. All the way up. Good one for Courtnall. Off for Casper. Casper failed to get the shot away as Reinhart broke him up. 8 seconds left on the power play for Boston. A steal. Middleton. Casper. 2-on-1. Off for Casper. He's in. Back for Middleton. He scores! A power play, I believe, at the end as Middleton and Casper broke. 2-on-1. And Casper set up Middleton to make it 5-0 Boston.
Beautiful combination by Rick Middleton and Stevie Casper. Backhand pass. Stevie slides another backhander to the open net. Ricky Middleton just directs it. Open net. He's got that soft touch, and he's got loads of confidence. It's nice to see Ricky on top of his game after that very serious injury he had last year, that head injury, getting hit in the head with the puck by Nevin Marquardt. Really is nice to see him back on top.
And that came right at the end of the power play. And that last shot by McGinnis from center ice is the 40th. Looked at by Ranford. Here comes Gradine breaking. Teams at full strength and 5 Boston. Rick Middleton and Steve Casper. Both have little curves on the stick, but it didn't look that way with all the backhanders there, and a backhand score by Middleton. That featured backhand passes, and then Rick put it home backhanded. There's a 3-on-2 break by Calgary, and it's kept in by Otto. For Hunter, he couldn't control it for a shot. Milbury racked up behind the net. Hit hard by Hunter. And no call. Out comes Reed Larson. Away to Gradine. Gradine over the line. The shot, the save by Vernon. Milbury in deep. Lost his helmet in that entanglement with Hunter. 9:33 left in the third period. 5-0 Boston. Craig Nienhuis battling to keep it in. Now Otto back for it. Engblom trying to start out. Rick Middleton, an assist and a goal tonight. And here's a lead for Lube. Lube checked all the way by Lindsman and broken up by Paul Boudelier. Makes a quick clear out. Lindsman streaking down. And they call it for icing. 9:04 left in the third period. Bruins lead 5-0. Goals by Bork, Courtnall first period, Milbury, Nienhuis in the second, and Rick Middleton in the third.
Bruins face the Flyers on Saturday at 7:30. Catch all the action here on TV 8. Fred, that was a vicious slash by Tim Hunter in the corner and Mike Milbury. With all these little hooking penalties that have been called in the center ice area, I'm amazed. I mean, that could be called as cross-checking. Now watch him as he's getting up. Right in the face there. I don't understand that. I don't understand, you know, letting a play like that go. That potentially is a suspension offense there. To stick intentionally into a player's face like that.
Face off.
Not even 2 minutes.
Face off to the left of Ranford. 9:04 left, third period. Wilson against Lindsman. McGinnis tries a change of pace that time. He didn't drill it, but he put it on net. A save by Ranford. Lube keeps it in. Now they wrap it around the side. Talene able to clear it out. Miller is at left wing for Boston. Into the Boston corner. It goes to Johnston. Johnston up the boards. Poked out. Miller in pursuit of McGinnis. 8:34 left in the third period. 5-0 Boston. 41 shots. Calgary 18 for the Bruins. Celine starting from behind the net. Patterson is forechecking. Boston returns home tomorrow and then takes on Montreal. This pass stopped by McGinnis. For Lou. A shot over the head of Ranford. Bounces in front of the net. Jay Miller able to clear it out. McGinnis pops it in. Boudelier on it. Boudelier in the center ice for Johnston, and it's played to the Calgary end. Under 8 minutes left. 5-0 the Bruins. At center ice, Bork breaks up the play. Nienhuis wrapped it in. Craig has his second goal of the year. Rick Middleton is fourth. Now Hunter the wrap in. Back for Bork. Trying to move it up the boards, and Boston collects. Rick Middleton breaking, picking up Burridge at the line. Off for Burridge. Burridge, a flip pass. Breaking Nienhuis, the shot blocked in front. Nienhuis heading right for the net on that one, and he jams it up in the corner. With the score, Boston 5, Calgary nothing. Let's pause for this message.
With Milbury, and he was making up for it later, because it didn't seem like much of an offense there. Sometimes the referee will see a penalty and call it on the guy later.
Back to Larson. Power play. Pass in. Shot deflected. A save off Neely by Vernon. Deflected the Reed Larson shot. 7:14 left in the third period. Butch Goring behind the Boston bench. He's had to do some juggling with the injury to Crowder. Changed the lines again. This line is Gradine, Neely, and Simmer in a power play. And Bork kept it in briefly, and now it's knocked away. Back for it, Larson. Gradine. Now Reed Larson winding up for Simmer. Too late. Neely is offside. And just to keep the pressure off Ranford, they don't need any more goals. Just keep it away. So period. Ranford out to block it behind the net. On the clear, this is a Boston power play as Ray Bork starts it away. Simmer trying to keep it in. Gradine near the net. Gradine trying to get a handle to it for Neely in front. Now flips it back for Bork. Bork broken up along the line by Risebrough. Falls down, takes Risebrough with him. So Risebrough couldn't break away. Now Bork. Back for Larson. For Gradine. For Bork on the go, and a save, Vernon. It's the first one by Bork in the opening seconds. Ray Bork 20 seconds into the game beat him. Here's Neely back for Bork. High shot over the head of Vernon. 39 seconds left on the Boston power play. We're under 6 minutes left. And back is Boudelier. Larson now to center ice. Slapped over the line, but McGinnis gets it and clears it away. 18 seconds left on the power play. Larson trying to move it out, and he has trouble with Bozek, who's been a hustler all night. Bruins get it free. Courtnall with a goal, breaks center ice. Pass over the line. Still onside. Courtnall trying to move in with it. Can't do it. Boudelier keeps it in, and now it's cleared away by Bozek. Hunter is back out. Boudelier clears it. Up to the Calgary zone. 5 minutes left. Third period. 5-0 Boston. At the Boston line, Berezan is offside, trying to break in with Joel Otto. And exactly 5 minutes left. Scoring Bork and Courtnall first period. Milbury, big goal for Boston in the second. When Calgary was storming the Boston end. Made a key play, and Nienhuis a power play goal. And here in the third is Rick Middleton from Steve Casper.
These Calgary fans are emptying this building out pretty quickly, Fred. I don't think they were too happy with this game tonight.
Calgary's record going in, 3 wins and 4 losses. Had a big win over Edmonton. Dienhouse over the line. Lets it go. Saved by Vernon. Centers it. It's too hard for everybody, and Joe Otto skates it out now. Otto checked at center ice by Middleton. Interception, Burridge. Burridge back. Over the line, trying to move it in for Middleton. And too much traffic there. 4:30 left. 5-0 the Bruins. And Joe Mullen starts it back with Otto. Otto swings over the line. Is spilled. Kept in now. Suter, a high save. Ranford. Save on the rebound. And he's able to tie it up in a pile of players. Suter drilled that one in, and they put up the clock. 42 shots on Ranford. With the score, Boston 5, Calgary nothing. Let's pause for this message.
And the rebound attempt by Joel Otto before it was finally smothered up.
On the faceoff, Larson breaks it out. Fires it over the head of Vernon. Wilson trying to come back, and Casper checked him. Miller, a little hit on Wilson, and Hunter breaks center ice. Offside at the Boston line. Everybody back for Boston. And final score, Philadelphia 4 and Minnesota 1. Third period, Chicago 6 and Winnipeg 3. Edmonton 3, Vancouver 1 in the third period. Here it is, 5-0 Boston. Looks, sounds like a rout. No way. Relentless pressure by Calgary all night long. Larson clears it away. Got out of the zone. Miller now snaps it out. McGinnis plays it back in. Ranford blocking it for Milbury. Milbury trying to move it out. It's intercepted. Larson checking Quinn. Quinn holds it behind the net. Broken up by Casper. Casper for Neely. Neely able to clear it softly enough so that it's not icing. And so Butch Goring can make a line change with 3:10 left. Down a forecheck. Miller coming out is Berezan at the Boston line. Bozak breaking in. Pass in front. Nobody there to collect it. Didn't have their sticks on the ice, and the Bruins clear it out. And that was a real threat with Quinn, Bozak, and Berezan. One of the most effective lines. They've been speedsters here tonight. Over on the right side, Boudelier handling it into center ice. Back for Tallene. Just trying to play puck controls. Keep the pressure away from Bill Ranford. 2:30 left in the game. Now Hunter breaks. Hunter deep on Tallene. Checked to the boards by Tallene. Oh, Otto in there. And that Hunter stick really flails around. Otto centered it, and the Bruins break it up. That was Boudelier in good position. And Johnston back with Courtnall on the move. Courtnall trying to cut right in. A backhander and a save by Vernon. Out comes Poplinski on Peterson. Breaks by him. Gets the shot. Ranford holds the short side and finally ties it up. It loose for a moment. And Fork just slipped it back under him. And we're at 43 saves. Bill Ranford. 1:58 left. Third period.
Poplinski cutting in from the right side, takes the shot. He really doesn't have much to shoot at. Billy shut him down. The fans are a little upset because there was a premature whistle by Hall. They thought that Mullen should have had another whack at it, but I really don't think he would have had it. Ray Bourque was in there and just slid it back under Billy's pads for the whistle.
One of the great saves by Ranford was on Alan Peterson in this third period. I don't know if they list those as shots, too. Oh, they have to. His Reinhardt a drive.
They did counter it as a shot.
Deflected wide into the corner, fought for. Larson battling for it. Bruins get control. Neely. The soft clear out off the boards. 1:40 left. 5-0 Boston. Wilson coming back. Up over the line. Patterson fell down. Neely broke it up. Gets a return pass. A lead. Left wing side. Trying to beat Reinhardt. Come in front. Scores!
Beautiful.
Oh, and a rush by Cam Neely down the left side. He beat Reinhardt, cut in front, and beat Vernon to make it 0-0 picture goal. Year. stylish. A break now over the line. Nienhuis with Burridge. Burridge can't get the shot away. Just broken up. Boy, that was 2-1 for Boston there. In the center ice, it is Bozak knocking it down. They might be ruling over the shoulder on that one, or an offside pass. 1:13 left. The last goal was Neely down his off-wing side. He's made some very, very stylish goals. And none prettier than that one. When you can beat the defenseman enough to get it to your forehand and then fool the goaltender, the manner in which you flip it. Icing called. 1:03 left. The shots are 43 for Calgary, 23 for Boston. So Calgary has managed 13 in this third period, most coming early. Over the last 10, 12 minutes, Ranford has not had that pressure, just occasionally. And the faceoff now to the right of Vernon. Boston leads 6-0.
You know, Fred, if you're a Calgary Flame forward, you're going to go home tonight with a 6-zip score and think, gee, I must have played awful tonight. But that's not the case. They've had a lot of threats tonight.
Otto breaks it out with Mullen. Stopped by at the Boston line. Right back comes Jay Miller. Hard shot from center ice and a save by Vernon. Mock cheer for Vernon. Shots of 43-24. Here's a break. Poplinski with Otto. Peterson trying to get back to help out. The pass jammed up at the crease, and oh, they almost put that in. Mullen keeps it in. 30 seconds left. A shot over the head of Ranford. Kept in by Hunter. Tapped near the net. Pass intercepted. Out comes Casper. Trying to take his time. 20 seconds left. And now Mullen picks up the loose puck. We're down to 15 seconds left. 6-0 Boston. 43 shots to 24 Calgary. And Calgary has it. In deep, Wilson overskates it. Larson with it. Able to clear it out. And that will do it. A shutout for Bill Ranford. An absolutely incredible game by the 19-year-old rookie goaltender. 43 shots by Calgary and no goals. A shutout. Really an amazing performance, Terry.
He's going to be one tired lad tonight. You know, Fred, tonight he's going to go home and try to sleep. He's got to be physically exhausted. And yet after a performance like that, he has to be just so excited that I bet you he won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Well, he'll take that. It's the end of a long road trip. A successful one, thanks to Ranford in no small part in Winnipeg. He looked at 36 shots and only one beat him. And he looked at 43 here. There were 13 by Calgary in the third period. The final score, Boston 6, Calgary 0. Bruins hockey will continue in a moment.